Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Boogeyman and welcome to another Team Fortress 2 video. Today I'd like to take a closer look at very commonly occurring things in TF2 matches. Sentries, and more specifically how to take them down. Now, more than once I see teammates or enemies running into sentries and failing at taking them down efficiently, even after dying to it and knowing it's there. Now, while it's possible for the engineer behind the sentry to be very knowledgeable in the game, just like Uncle Danger's Sentry main, and keep it alive just perfectly, there are several ways of dealing well with the sentry besides sending a sentry buster to the front line, which by the way is not very effective in casual or competitive matches. Before we get started on specific strategies, I would like to point out that basically every weapon that does a decent amount of damage output can take down a sentry if you're playing it smart and safe. What I would like to talk about is the weapons that were designed specifically to take out sentries and the weapons that do the best job at it without putting yourself at too much risk. And those weapons are, drumroll please, the direct hit, the grenade launcher, the lock and load, the sticky bomb launcher and the sapper. And as support weapons I will also discuss the Medigun, the Cowmangler and Bunk Atomic Punch. First off, we have the direct hit. This primary weapon for the soldier is especially useful at taking out sentries from a longer distance. With 80% increased rocket speed and 25% more damage dealt, this rocket can deal up to 112 damage per rocket to buildings from a long distance. Meaning that 2 rockets, doing 224 damage in total, is sufficient to take down a level 3 sentry. Now that is of course if it's unwrangled. This also means that those pesky mini sentries that you hate on high tower can be destroyed with a single well-aimed rocket. The speed at which the rockets are going and the rate at which you can fire 4 of them will 95% of the times be enough to take the engineer by surprise and destroy his sentry before he can react. If the engineer does prove to be fast enough to wrangle his sentry before he can land the second rocket, just wait for the next opportunity. There's no use in shooting a wrangled sentry if it isn't low enough already. The next 3 weapons, the grenade launcher, the lock and load and sticky bomb launcher, obviously all belong to the demo man and will be discussed together. Now the biggest difference between the grenade launcher and the lock and load is the damage dealt to buildings. While the grenade launcher deals 100 damage per pill and takes 3 shots to destroy the level 3 sentry, the lock and load deals 120 damage per pill and can take down a level 3 sentry in 2 shots. Much like the direct hit, it also travels faster than the stock pills with a 25% increased speed, meaning that you can aim it from further away and make sure you hit that pesky sentry. Now the biggest downside to the lock and load is that you have to hit your target head on. If you miss, the pill will just shatter without inflicting any damage, whereas with the grenade launcher you could miss a shot and still put damage out with the roller. Another smaller downside to the lock and load is the 25% decreased explosion radius. If you're only going for a sentry, this won't be a problem. But with the grenade launcher you'll have a bigger chance of taking out the engineer, other buildings or other enemies who are close by as well. The third weapon, the sticky bomb launcher, is not only efficient at taking out the sentry but also at taking out the engineer and the other buildings if the engineer set up his buildings too close to each other. A commonly made mistake by starting Engies by the way. Now shooting sticky bombs over obstacles to reach the sentry is a great way of taking it down, seeing as you prevent getting hit yourself and you can take it down without danger. A well aimed sticky will do 103 to 138 damage and destroy a mini sentry with 1 bomb, which is pretty damn useful. Now to take down a level 1 or 2 sentry you will need 2 stickies, but if you aim your stickies really well, 2 of them can also take down a level 3 sentry. Otherwise 3 stickies near a unwrangled sentry will always take it down. And yeah, the more stickies you place, the more damage you do, so the more chances of taking down other buildings or people around the sentry as well. The last weapon I'll discuss belongs to our favorite Frenchman, the Spy, and is of course every engineer's nightmare, the sapper. Very simply put, the sapper disables all engineers' building until he removes them with his trusty wrench. Combining the sapper with teamwork is crucial here. Communication is key. While the sentry is being sapped, a soldier or demo man or heavy or whatever on your team can walk in and quickly take it down without receiving any damage. If you're in a good position, you can combine the sapping with killing the engineer as well. Either you get the engineer first with a well placed backstab and sap the sentry next, or you sap first, wait for the engineer to come running and then backstab him while he's focused on the sentry. just watch out for those wrenches because they are known to crit every single hit. The first support weapon that helps with taking down sentries is the ever helpful Medigun, which of course belongs to the medic. I won't go into this much since it's basic stuff, but when you have 100% Uber, simply charge your soldier, demo man or heavy, and go get that sentry. A good tip is to go in first to the medic once you pop the Uber. That way the sentry's fire will be focused on you and not disturb the one trying to take it down. A rarely used tactic, but still worth mentioning, is the Cowmangler. When you release a fully charged shot and hit the sentry or any other building, it will be disabled for 4 seconds and open up the field for your teammates to take it down. This tactic is rarely used, though it can still be fun to pull off. The third support, and the last one, is the Bonk Atomic Punch. This tasty beverage makes a scout invulnerable for a total of 8 seconds. As a scout, you can drink the bonk, run into the sentry's range to provide a distraction, and while the sentry is helplessly trying to take you down, your teammates can focus it down without being hurt. As you can see, there are plenty of ways to take down sentries, but the most important thing there is teamwork. If you remember that, everything is going to turn out just fine. My name is Boogeyman, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.